now we'll make the cucumber martini. The cucumber martini has Grey Goose vodka, Saint Germain, fresh cucumber, ginger beer. We'll have a basil leaf garnish, and we'll also add a little bit of Hellfire bitters, as well as a pinch of salt and lime juice as acid. First, we'll start by muddling the cucumber. I've sliced two cucumber wedges and sliced them in half. We've left the skin on because much of the skin can actually create a lot of the flavor. It's dark and green and bright. So by pressing it, we're just going to release the cucumbers, break them up a little bit, and start to get some of those juices. Next, we'll add Grey Goose vodka. By adding Grey Goose vodka, we're going to make a very clean, bright cucumber martini. Other variations, though, gin is lovely, and tequila is actually wonderful as well. So we're going to add 1.5 ounces of Grey Goose vodka. Next, we'll add 1 ounce of Saint Germain liqueur. The Saint Germain is actually going to be the sweetener in this cocktail. It adds a brightness. Saint Germain is quite fruit-like in flavor, but mild. So 1 full ounce of Saint Germain. The lime juice in the cocktail is going to add acidity. The lime juice works really well with the cucumber because they're both green and they work really nicely together. So just 1/2 ounce of the lime juice. And then we're going to add a pinch of salt. Just a tiny pinch. The salt's going to just wake up some of those green flavors, make them pop just a little bit, but just a hint just so that it's not salty. We'll take that, add a little bit of bitters, and the bitters are optional. Hellfire bitters are actually quite mild, so we're going to add a full dropper full. The spiciness of the bitters blends really lovely with the bright, fresh cucumber and the citrus. So we'll top that with ice and shake it really well. We want to give it a really good shake to wake up that cucumber, mix them all together, incorporate the salt, the Grey Goose, and the Saint Germain. All right, so we've got our chilled coupe glass waiting for us. Dump that out and then strain it right into there. We're going to fine strain this cocktail because of the cucumber. We want to make a very clean, bright, crisp cocktail. So fine strain that right into your coupe. It should be refreshing, crisp. And then finish that off just like that. Next, we're going to top it with ginger beer. One thing we want to note when topping cocktails with any ingredient is to make sure they're cold. This cocktail here is really bright and crisp and cold, so we're going to top it with a chilled Fever Tree ginger beer. The ginger beer is going to add a hint of effervescence and another layer of spice. And then finally, we're going to top it with a nice big basil leaf. Smack that to release the oils. We're going to top it, and then when you lift this to your nose, you'll get a bright, fresh basil on the nose, but none in the cocktail, and the cocktail will be clean and classic. And here we have the cucumber martini.